Hey, it's Tina Forsyth here. There is a somewhat surprising and quite often hidden reason why we end up working too much, why we end up working too much in our businesses. I've worked with clients now for well over 5 years in helping them to take back their time, helping them to create a 30-hour work week, helping them be able to take a 100% unplugged vacation, helping them be able to not work weekends anymore. It's some of my favorite work to do. It's some of my favorite work to do. Here's the thing though. Most people come into this space of I need to work less, thinking that it's about things like I need to figure out time management. I need to get the right people on my team to support me. I need to make sure I have the right structure in place. I need to plan ahead, etc., etc., etc. All of those things are very, very important. But none of those things will work if there's not one very important piece in place first. And that is, if work is the most compelling thing in your life, you are going to work. Whenever somebody comes to me, say for example, I remember a client I worked with a few years ago. She came to me very simply, wanted to start taking one day off on the weekend. I think it was Sunday. She wanted to take Sundays off. She was in the groove and in the habit of working 7 days a week, etc., etc. Done. She wanted to be able to take Sundays off. The very first thing I had her do was plan and decide for something more compelling to do on a Sunday. Because here's what'll happen. If work is the most compelling thing in your life, if it's the thing that's the most enjoyable thing in your life, then anytime you have free time, anytime you intend to take time off, whether it's a weekend or a vacation, or I don't want to work evenings anymore, if work is the most compelling thing that you have in your life, you will work. You will work. You will choose to work. Even you may not even choose to work, you'll just end up working almost out of habit or by default. You know, what I did with this client and what she decided to do was she wanted to take Sundays off. So she literally went and planned out her entire Sunday. From the time she got up in the morning until she went to bed at night. You know, I'm going to go for brunch with friends, and then we're going to go for a hike, and we're going to go out, we're going to do this, etc., etc. Why? Because if she just got up that Sunday morning and was sat around and was like, all of a sudden got a little bored, twiddling her thumbs, I may as well work. There's nothing else to do. I may as well work. At times too, you may be working to avoid other things in your life. You know, I'll just be very real with you. When I was having trouble in my marriage years ago, I'm since divorced, but there were some years where things weren't that great and where I knew things weren't that great. I would work to avoid some of the challenges that were going on in my marriage. I have 2 young girls right now, 9 and 11, actually about to be 10 and 12 here very soon. And as any parent can attest, parenting is hard. Kids can be very challenging. And there are times where if I'm just feeling frustrated, if I'm not sure how to handle something with the kids, and I just need to get away from it, I can work. I can default to working. So, you know, we need to make sure there's something more compelling in our lives other than work. Because if there's not, we're just going to default to working all the time. And likewise, start to be aware of maybe how you might be, like I am at times, using work as a way to avoid other things. Using work as a way to avoid with maybe some of the tough challenges or tougher relationships or things that you just don't know what to do otherwise about. I mean, if these 2 things are not taken care of, I don't care how great your team is. I don't care how solid your systems are. I don't care how well you plan. I don't care how good your time management skills are. If you don't have something more compelling in your life than the work that you do, you will default to working. You will end up working. You will continue to work too much. Whatever too much is for you. It's different for everybody. So my challenge to you today is this. What is more compelling in your life other than your work? And if the answer is I'm not sure, I want to challenge you to figure it out, to play with that a little bit. If it's important for you to not work as much as you've been working, if you feel like work is sucking up your life and taking everything over, and believe me, I get it. I've been there, done that. I've got that t-shirt many times over the years. If you're feeling that way, I want to challenge you first to decide and to create aspects of your life that are more compelling than the work that you do. So it's Tina Forsyth here. Looking forward to your comments, anything that comes up for you around this topic. Would love to hear from you. Go ahead and comment with the video. And until next time, take care. Bye now.